Hare Krishna. Bhagavad Gita, Chapter 1, Verse 1. Dhṛtarāṣṭra uvacha dharmakshetre kurukṣetre samaveta-yuyutsavaha mamakav pandavaśchaiva kimakurvata Sanjaya. So this first verse of Srimad Bhagavad Gita is spoken by Dhṛtarāṣṭra, the father of the Kauravas, the 100 sons. So now this is a question that Dhṛtarāṣṭra is asking Sanjaya, his minister, who is given this special a blessing by Vyasadeva, who is Sanjaya's guru. So because Dhṛtarāṣṭra cannot see, Sanjaya was given the special blessings by his guru Vyasadeva so that he can see what was happening in the battlefield of Kurukṣetra directly and can give a live commentary to Dhṛtarāṣṭra. So now the biggest question that comes in this particular verse is, will the effect of the holy place play a major role in stopping the battle from happening? This is a dilemma in Dhṛtarāṣṭra's mind, and that's what is shown in this particular verse. So the first entire sentence, which is the quarter verse, is very, very important. Dharmakshetre Kurukṣetre. So Dharmakshetra, Kshetra means place, means field. So Dharmakshetra means a place where religious rituals are taken place, or a place where dharma is produced. So then Dhṛtarāṣṭra is asking a specific question. Dharmakshetre Kurukṣetre. He could have just said Kurukṣetre, but he is choosing to say Dharmakshetre Kurukṣetre, which means he understands that this place, Kurukṣetra, where everyone, all the Pandavas' army and the Kauravas' army, here also Dhṛtarāṣṭra is clearly showing the partiality by saying Ma Makaha, my sons, Pandavaśchaiva, and the sons of Pandu, they have come together to fight this battle. Although the Pandavas and the Kauravas are all part of the Kuru dynasty, he is still segregating to show that these are my sons, Mamakaha and Pandavaha, Pandu's sons. What are they doing? Now the question is, come on, he knew it very well. When Duryodhana decided that he wanted to wage a war, he wanted to fight this battle, Dhṛtarāṣṭra was quite there, seeing what was happening and accepting the decision that was made by his son. But now he's asking this question, what are they doing? So does it mean he did not know what they were doing? Of course he did, right? So what is this question for? So two things come out of it. One is he's thinking within himself that Dharmakshetre, Kurukṣetre. Now if Kurukṣetra is the place even that the heavenly denizens would come down and perform rituals there, he is wondering, now will this place, which is the birthplace of Dharma, right, which produces Dharma, Kurukṣetra, will it make his sons dharmic? Will it influence them to leave out the enmity that they have with the Pandavas and make them feel that we shouldn't fight anymore? Is the first thought that Dhṛtarāṣṭra is having. Yeah? And so this is externally, he wants to show Sanjaya that, oh, I wish everything goes well, my sons also change their mind and they will become more friendly with Pandavas and the battle doesn't happen. But internally, he is also churning out to think. Now this is also called Dharmakshetra. Second meaning to Dharmakshetre, Kurukṣetra is because the propounder of Dharma, the Supreme Lord himself, is present in this particular Kurukṣetra, supporting the Pandavas. He is on the side of the Pandavas. He is riding the chariot of Arjuna. So then, the next question is, since the Lord is present himself, that is also the reason for why this Kshetra, Kurukṣetra, could be called as Dharmakshetra, because the Lord who comes to establish Dharma yuga after yuga, as he says himself in the 4th chapter, we see Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya cha dushkratam dharma samsthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. To re-establish dharmic principles, I appear again and again. So when the Lord is present and dharma is going to be established for sure, will my sons win? Because this place in itself is dharma personified. And then the Lord, who is dharma personified, is right there on the sides of the Pandavas. So when everything is completely supporting the Pandavas, will there be a chance for my sons to win this battle? This is the second explanation. Third, Kurukṣetra. So Kshetra can also be called field, a place. So when we call it, imagine there is an analogy that Srila Prabhupada gives. This Gita that we are talking about and we are having this discussion is based on Bhagavad Gita as it is, which is written by Srila Prabhupada. So Srila Prabhupada gives a beautiful analogy by saying that in a field, if we are growing paddy, weeds also grow with it. So what happens? What would a farmer do? To enhance the growth of paddy, he would definitely remove all the weeds that are growing along with paddy. So the concern that Dhṛtarāṣṭra is having when he says Dharmakshetre Kurukṣetre is also that what if this field is like the paddy field and the person Dharma Yudhishthira is also present, the Supreme Lord Dharma personified is also present, and the field of Kurukṣetra in itself is producing Dharma. So there is so much influence of Dharma which would only be supporting the Pandavas. Within him, Dhṛtarāṣṭra is quite sure that the positive influence would mostly be on the side of the Pandavas. With all this concern that is running in his mind, he is asking this question. I know that the Pandavas and the Kauravas, my sons and the sons of Pandu, are standing there in this battlefield, yuyutsavaha, desiring to fight. Kim akurvata Sanjaya, what are they doing? This is the first verse of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. So Bhagavad Gita is a theistic science which is given on the battlefield by Lord Krishna to Arjuna when Arjuna surrenders himself as a disciple, wanting to understand much more deeper philosophy of why he is present in this battlefield right now, wanting to fight against his own relatives. And that's when Krishna starts giving the entire philosophy of Gita. So the first 27 verses of the first chapter helps us understand the entire placement of the two armies in the battlefield of Kurukṣetra. And after that, Arjuna is going to ask Sri Krishna to place the Ratha, the chariot that he is in, which Sri Krishna has agreed to drive or ride. He is asking Sri Krishna to bring the chariot to the center of the two armies where he wants to see who are all there desiring to fight. So this is the beginning of the beautiful scripture Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Hare Krishna.